Aloha and welcome to the Joy Schtick Show, a podcast where your three favorite friends from Hawaii get together to talk story about the latest things they've watched, read, or played in pop culture. I'm Thomas, one of the co-hosts here, and if this is your first time, mahalo for spending some time with us. Before we go any further, though, I wanted to let you know that this episode is one of our classics, so the audio quality does not come close to our newest episodes. But we thought there was still so much fun, great laughs, and interesting takes in these episodes that we wanted to leave them up for you to enjoy. I highly encourage you to check out the latest episode for the best sounding show and to hear the latest news and reviews. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a thing. Enjoy. Where every week, four friends from high school get together to play a video game and chat about the latest news in pop culture and nerd culture, from video games, comics, movies, shows, and so on. I'm Thomas, and I'm passing it on to Drake.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Don't forget to wear your diapers on Halloween. And now to Kobe.
Colby's kind of confused about the diaper comment, but everyone have fun this Halloween, right, Scott?
Yeah, wear your diapers.
All right. Well, that was a pretty shitty intro.
I don't understand the diapers, Scott.
Could not think about diapers.
Yeah,
God damn it.
just got stuck on it. Yeah, it just
fucking
stuck to you. Well, actually,
Like, who put a diaper?
Okay.
yeah, Halloween episode.
Yeah, we all started
our-
laughing. It's great.
Our Joy Schtick or Treat episode, and we actually got a pretty nice, I think, treat and not so much of a trick this past weekend with Scott proposing to his longtime girlfriend Christine. So congratulations, Scott. I think that was a pretty awesome way to
Congrats,
pick up the
buddy.
weekend.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
right on, man.
Contract.
Awesome move, and
You're stuck for the rest of your life.
so many analogies and
Planning
metaphors
on
there. Yeah. Well, right on. Well, this week we are, just to kind of stick with the Halloween vibes, the spooky vibes, we are going to be playing World War Z again. Again, a game that we frequent a lot. I don't know if you could hear anything we were saying about the game in week one, but super fun game. That's 4-player co-op, individual characters, individual classes, and we are going to actually be doing something different than last time. Rather than just playing storied missions, we're actually going to be playing Horde mode tonight. That should be pretty fun, and Horde mode literally is just try to survive as many waves as you can. So I don't know. I think it shows right now the max waves we've cleared is 24. Do you guys remember what the max amount of waves you can clear is? Wave cleared is 24.
I believe it's 50.
Yeah, I think
50.
it's like 50. Yeah.
Well, damn, we didn't even get halfway.
Nope.
No.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Pretty bad, dude. It is hard,
Yeah.
dude.
It's not easy. We're not that good either, so it's like...
Yep.
Yeah.
But
A lot
we
of
always
room
have
for
a good
improvement.
I mean, I
time.
haven't met someone better than us yet, though, so...
That's true.
there's
That's
that.
true.
Yeah, we don't really play with other people, but I haven't met
Right,
anyone
right.
better.
Especially
so.
in real life, yeah, for sure.
That's true. Definitely not IRL. Yeah, for sure. All right, so I think we're gonna kick this thing off in a second. Yeah. Speaking of games, have you guys heard about the Guardians of the Galaxy game and any news about it?
I
I
heard it
saw
got
the
pretty good
original
scores.
trailer. Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard
exists.
it's doing well.
And that's half the battle.
I'm actually pretty excited for it because I kind of been looking for like an action.
I thought you
RPG.
could only be one
I-
player. Is that
I
not true?
I'm not
think
sure, like
so.
if you can
It
be.
is.
You just Star Lord.
You are just Star-Lord, but you can control the rest of the characters via a control wheel, I guess. So if you need to clear out a bunch of enemies, you can send in Rocket, who disperses a bunch of bombs. If you need to hold down an enemy or to block off an enemy, you can use Groot. I guess like direct charges, you have Drax. So yeah, it's one player, but to your guys' point, I think Kobe and Scott, you were saying it's been getting really, really good reviews, really high scores from IGN and publication stuff. So it looks pretty dope. I watched a little thing from it on IGN, and it looks sick. So yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's kind of going to be like a Mass Effect. I think we talked about this before, right? How like it's like a shooter slash RPG. You can use different abilities of the different party members, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's making the game?
So I believe it's Square Enix. Um,
Oh.
Oh, cool.
yeah. So yeah, but it's a little different than like the Avengers game, for example. It's a linear game, and like I said, Twitter for the last few days has been blowing up about how good it is, and how good the story is, and how it's kept the whole vibe of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and just their what do I want to call it? Like their back and forth, their just kind
Their
of
dialogue.
dialogue and not camaraderie, or maybe that's the word, but just kind of how
Also,
they
it's like a
interact
good
with one
script.
another.
Mm.
What was that?
Do you
Nice.
think?
What
Or is
was
it a
that?
good script?
Yeah, like a
Good
script.
writing
yeah.
on.
Yeah, I think the story was really good on
Exactly.
it. hmm
Nice.
Yeah,
Do you
so
think that the Square Enix fans will still want to populate to that, considering how they have a bad taste in their mouth still from the Avengers incident?
yeah, but that's Crystal
That's a good
Dynamics,
question.
which is still a different. It's
Different
it's
thing entirely.
basically like Sony choosing another company to kind of like publish some of their movies. Like maybe or like Marvel, for example, reaching out to, I don't know, a different type of director. So it's not necessarily just Square Enix, if that makes sense. It's like a sub company of
Okay.
that, right?
Mm.
So that's a kind of a
Yeah,
different
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's a med pack over there.
Yeah,
If
Crystal
anyone wants to pick it up.
Dynamics is, from what I understand, is in Northern California, but Eidos, that is a part of Square Enix, well, that was hired by Square Enix to make this Guardians of the Galaxy game, is in Canada. So kind of two different companies, even though under the umbrella of a larger company.
Mm.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, but
that's
I mean, it
good.
looks pretty
I mean,
good. Sorry, go for it, Drake.
Yeah, I think I want to get it.
is it
Yeah.
a if we get 4-player co-op, doesn't that would be definitely preferable for our situation?
Yeah, for sure.
That's right, it isn't.
Yeah, I don't think it is, and it's kind of a linear story, kind of like the Spider-Man
Brutal.
game or an Arkham Origin game or something like that. So it's again, very linear. You follow Star-Lord from how I understand it, and then from there it carries on to just carries on the story from there. But it's similar to this in a way, similar to World War Z in the fact that it is a third-person shooter, and you can move around the map, even though the stages are set up very linearly, if that's even a word. And and then
I
you
think
just
that's
kind
a
of progress through the game.
Linearly.
I don't know.
I think you forgot a couple of L's there.
Linearly.
Right.
Linearly. Wait, what?
Yeah,
Line-
linearly.
Linearly.
That's how you say
Line
linearly.
Shut the fuck up.
You gotta
Yeah.
just have some confidence in how you say it. Linearly. There you go.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Literally.
Oh,
All
literally.
right.
Let's see if we can go 5 minutes talking about that word.
Let's not. How about let's move on?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, the game looks cool.
Yeah.
From the trailer I saw, I was already kind of sold for it, and then hearing all these reviews, that's great because we know how ruthless the internet can be on video games. So
Oh,
it's always
definitely.
cool to hear like a high score on some new game.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I'm
and
pretty
especially
pumped to see more about it.
yeah. I agree. Especially like to your point, Drake, with the Avengers being, kind of a huge letdown for a lot of people, and um, you know, uh, just I guess not what people expected. It's nice to hear some good reviews for, a Marvel game, which, I don't know. I don't know what people were expecting from Avengers, but didn't live up to the hype.
Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we all had such high hopes for it, right?
Yeah, I
I mean,
mean,
I also would love to see how it would have went without the pandemic. Maybe it still
right.
would have not lived up to certain things, but that definitely hurt it. So
Right.
hard to say, but
But we
Yeah,
were
I
on
mean,
there for quite a long time playing that game and like investing.
Mhm.
I know some of us more than others, and
Mhm.
to have it be a letdown like that. I mean, obviously COVID was helpful because we had something to do and it was something to easy to get into. But to your point, Scott, I don't think it would have survived with COVID. I mean, even how it was.
mm,
Right. Yeah. Well, it's crazy because there was a ton of flack on it recently, right? Just because they nerfed how you gained XP and then added in pay boosters. And I know a lot of people were really pissed off about it. And even I was a little frustrated with it too. I still play it every once in a while. And yeah, but they were then really happy. So this last week, kind of staying on the spooky vibes, they released some Halloween skins, and one was like Werewolf Captain America. And all of a sudden, people are pretty much back on it, really liking what they're doing. So, and not to mention, they also released an image of Claw raids coming up, and I don't know how the raids are going to work, but yeah, it's kind of, I don't know if people are fully buying in yet, but it kind of seemed to have some positive reviews online.
oh, nice.
Yeah.
The skins did look pretty sick.
Oh, it looks sick. Yeah, the werewolf one is pretty dope. Yeah.
I think
There's like
Hulk also had like a zombie. Oh, no, he was Frankenstein. It looked kinda cool,
Frankenstein.
actually.
Yeah, yep. He had like different patches kind of sewn into him. It looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. I mean,
Well, that's cool.
I
gotta
don't know.
check that
They
out.
need to add some more stuff in there, but as far as we know, they're still planning on releasing Spider-Man. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yep, we'll see.
Yeah.
So back on the Guardian of the Galaxy thing, do we even know like what the story is? Like, did any of the trailers show who the bad guy is?
Um. Yes, but I can't remember it right now off the top of my head.
Oh, shit. Do you
So
remember, Scott or Drake?
Don't.
I do not.
I know the Nova Corps in there.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yep.
sick.
As
Yeah.
like
So
bad guys or just like enemies?
I think partially enemies, being that you're the Guardians of the Galaxy. I think they're more like NPCs or like enemies that you just have to fight. I don't know exactly, but it seemed like they were enemies from some of the art I was looking at.
What's
Okay.
the hero's name from the Nova Corps?
Supernova
Nova?
basically is the main one.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they haven't like kind of gotten into that. I mean, granted, we do have Captain Marvel, which is like similar, but
Yeah,
still,
Captain
might
Marvel
as
is
well.
pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. But,
Right. Yeah. They kind of have similar power sets, that's for sure. But I don't want to, damn if I say something wrong and like piss off a bunch of Marvel people. But they are, I guess, different characters and whatnot. I guess Nova Corps was kind of like Marvel's answer to the Green Lanterns.
Yeah, as far as their structure goes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I was
Actually, I
able
think
to
that's
pull
who
up a
Supernova
article.
is. Supernova is always the one where like after a bunch of them die, they like fuse into one or something. I don't know.
Wow.
Or he
Great
always
bomb.
something about he always absorbs their like main computer too.
What? Main
Wait,
computer.
I have no idea
I
what
think
you're
the
talking
Nova
about.
Core
But
is granted powers by like this
Yeah.
super AI computer thing. That's
Oh,
I think it's
I
called
see
like
what you're
the Nova Mind or something.
oh shit. Okay,
Mm.
nice.
Yeah.
Good to know. Did
And then
not
like
know
whenever a bunch of them get fucked up, then it'll go into someone and give them
So
supernova
why
powers.
didn't that happen
that. Wow.
during the Kree invasion?
They were still on
in the
dial-up.
MCU.
They were on that. They were on
No,
AOL at that
remember,
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. No, they went to Nova. Was that the first Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
Where they formed that huge shield, right, with all the
Yes.
Nova Corps people?
Yep. You're right. Yeah, that's a
Silly
good question.
shield.
I think that did bring up a lot of things for people where they're like, well, where is Nova? Like, where's their champion, basically? And that was kind of one of the things. And then after hearing,
Oh shit.
fuck, I can't remember what the exact planet is, but I think in Infinity War, they kind of, brought that up that Thanos destroyed that planet or something. It's like, okay, well, where was Nova at this point? So yeah, kind of
Mhm.
interesting. I wonder how they're going to tie it in. And with that being said too, it's like kind of interesting having Will Poulter on board as Adam Warlock and being a part of that kind of world too. It's going to be interesting. There's definitely some backstories I think that are going to have to be changed for it to make sense.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yep.
I mean, I think a lot of backstories are already kind of changing, right? Because even Adam Warlock's story is completely different now, isn't he?
Well, I guess it is still kind of similar. It depends on what you mean, because I heard it is kind of similar in the fact that at the end of the Guardians of the Galaxy 2, you see him in that little cryo chamber. He's supposed to be like
Mm.
the perfect hero and whatnot. I think they're still trying to go along with that, and he was, as far as like how he becomes, a hero is still kind of similar with it being in that catalyst and whatnot.
Okay,
Well, it's
yeah,
good
I
to
guess
see
I don't really
that.
know much about Adam Warlock, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all we know that is that he escaped the Maze Runner. So.
Right, right. Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that was
and
a callback to his
We Are the
actor.
Millers.
Yep.
Right,
Thanks,
right.
folks. Thanks for validating it with your understanding of it.
Did
Took
he
me a while.
escape
I
it
got
too?
there.
I don't remember the Maze Runner.
Yeah, wasn't he the main guy in that?
No, he was
He
like
was
the
the
bully.
he's the kid you want to punch in the face the whole movie.
Oh,
It's true. He's got the
Yeah.
most punchable face out of the whole cast.
he does.
Yeah.
It's
He,
those
Apparently
the
damn
last movie I
eyebrows,
seen him
dude.
in was
Stuck
Midsommar, and
Oh,
even in that
wow.
movie he
Oh,
plays kind of a dick.
he's
Oh,
good
Does
at
he
okay.
still
being a
do the whole
dick,
eyebrow
man.
thing?
Yeah,
don't.
he has eyebrows, so he's
He
gonna
still
always do
has them
them.
though, so you probably when you got them, use them, right? His mom
Yeah,
gave
Yeah.
might
him
as well. Like The
some.
Rock, I wonder
Yeah.
if Black Adam will lift his fucking eyebrows.
He's gonna do
Dude, as
the
soon as he
people's
does it though,
Shazam.
you're like, God damn it, it's a rock.
I mean, those
Just
eyebrows are going
take
to
him right
change the whole structure of power in DC. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be.
But I was able to look up all the villains in the upcoming game
And
Oh,
that are
nice.
confirmed.
Oh,
Yeah, so
nice. You're doing Kobe's job?
some of these I don't.
Oh, damn it,
Oh,
Scott. Thanks a
it's
lot.
okay. No, we help each other out. Grand Uniter Raker, the Matriarch, the
Oh, so it
Universal
sounds
Church
like
of
Creed.
Truth,
It
Lady
does sound like
Hellbender, the Chitari, Thanos the
Shari.
Mad Titan, and Nebula.
Oh,
Huh.
dope. Okay. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
dang. Then there's
Those are the
some
ones that are
MCU
confirmed, it
staples
says.
in there, some new ones. So that's awesome
Mhm.
between the Jatari and Thanos and all that. So sick. Yeah. It looks interesting. A lot of people. I was a little skeptical of it at first too because, just playing Star Lord. I'm like, why would you just want to be Star Lord? Why would you want to be able to be all of the Guardians? But it seems to be working. Like I said, a lot of the reviews coming out are very favorable on it, and it's kind of a no frill game as they call it. There's no like extra crap for you to buy. There's no skins. I guess maybe you could get extra skins early on or whatnot if you pre-ordered the game, but I don't think it's a very transactional game. It's more you kind of buy it, at its normal price, and then you kind of get what you get, and it seems to have been living up to the hype. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more, for sure.
When's the last time you guys had played an RPG type game?
RPG. Like in terms of like a linear, like a full RPG, like Final Fantasy, or are we talking about just like, because I mean, there's RPG elements I feel like in a lot of games, even in this game, right? But I feel like
That's true.
probably the most linear one I played recently was Spider-Man and Jedi Fallen Order. Have been like the two most linear RPG games I feel like in a loose RPG perspective.
Would
Okay,
Ghost
yeah.
consider one?
Oh, Ghost, yeah, yep, for sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Right? I mean, all it is that
Yeah, I think those
Yeah.
would be my latest.
Yeah.
Ghost and
What about
Spider-Man.
one where you're kind of managing a party kind of thing, as long as you're managing a party?
probably, and I don't even know if this counts, but it's kind of like maybe like Marvel Ultimate Alliance for me on the Switch.
Oh yeah, I think that's a good one. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah.
Yeah,
That one's
that's a good
great.
RPG. That's
But the thing that I love about that
Well,
game
maybe
is
Wargroove. I'm sorry, you
Wargroove.
go.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say
kind of
is what
like
I like. Oh, okay, John Campo, John
no, no,
Campo.
you go.
No, I was gonna say what I like about that game though, as opposed to Guardians. Like I like the Guardians of the Galaxy. I love the movies, but it's not like my favorite franchise. And what I like about the Marvel Ultimate Alliance is that you have like a bunch of characters from the Marvel universe, and you get to see what they're
Hmm.
like together. I don't know. That's kind of what I liked about that. Sorry, what
And
were
you
you
get
saying
to
about your game?
play them, each character. The War Groove is kind of like the Switch,
Oh shit!
Nintendo Switch version of
I
on the
accidentally bought heavy
Yeah,
weapons. If
so if you
someone
have a
wants,
Switch,
Nobody
oh,
wants
okay.
done
Kobe's
But yeah, if
after
you feel
doing
like playing an
nothing.
Advanced Wars type of game and you have a Switch, War Groove is pretty fun.
Nice. What's that
what do you
about?
need, Drake?
Give us the little elevator
Oh,
pitch while Drake thinks about his thing. What's
Sure.
what's Wargroove like, Scott?
So you usually, if you're playing the campaign, then you have like you have a set amount of guys, and you get to see the map that you're on, and you can move your guy. If you click on your guy, it tells you like how far they can move and where their range is, and then you can move them towards like an enemy and attack them. And it goes by like percentage. So like if your guy, let's say your infantry is stronger than their infantry or whatnot, then or if you attack first, then you'll do a higher percent. So you'll do like
It's like Risk.
an 80% damage to them,
Yeah, it
and
sounds
then
like
they'll do like
exactly.
maybe 10 to that to you. Yeah. So I guess it's yeah, it's kind of like that.
Nice.
And then of course like there's certain units that are better than other units, and then you can take over people's property and yeah,
Can you
it's fun
text
though.
me that name so that I can have that for later?
Yeah, I definitely will.
Thank you.
War
You're the
Groove.
best.
It's fun.
That's
is
pretty
it?
cool.
And
Do
the
you
art
have
is
a
cool
Switch,
too.
Drake?
I don't have a Switch, but I'll get it just for that, maybe. Nah, I don't have that kind of money.
Not
Okay, I'll
yet,
send it to you
anyway.
Not
anyway though.
yet.
I'll send you the
Exactly.
link. Yeah, you check it out.
Not
Yeah.
yet. So you're talking about games that you've played recently that have RPG elements,
hmm
and I'm gonna go straight to Formula One. Here we go.
Oh
Racing
shit!
So the F1 game is a EA game, so it's the ones that you buy every year, even though it's kind of the same. But any hooser, there are RPG elements in comparison because if you do like your own personal team, you have to build up your car, and you do that by managing what you put your research into, and then you need to be able to race well as well to get money to be able to put into not only your other driver but into yourself and your company. So that's kind of fun. I sometimes I play a lot of like Jurassic World, those types of builder game management type situations like Tropico, and those can be fun when you just want to like zone out and like build something cool and then see if it can work. And
For
Nice.
sure. Yeah.
I wish I could do that. I feel like I'm so uncreative. It ends up looking just like a regular neighborhood. But just probably if I was playing with dinosaurs, it'd be like a regular neighborhood where dinosaurs are. You're like, oh well, let's see, that's where I lived. That's my neighbor's house, and that's where the
That's where
T-Rex is stored.
Build your house.
Yeah, that's where the Velociraptor is. Like, I'm
That's where I
so
went to
not
school.
creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you did think about this podcast though. You got some creativity.
I stole it from many different other podcasters, but here we are.
Nobody else does podcasts, Thomas's. Okay.
All of
No,
us,
we can
all
only
Thomases
name
combined.
name two other podcasts that are popular. Get out of here.
Yeah. But that,
I mean,
yeah.
there's some, but
There are a few.
Oh.
Yeah.
there's some I follow I really like,
I mean,
But,
none
yeah.
to mind.
but they kind of suck. Actually.
Yeah.
Speaking about these cool ass podcasts that apparently exist, are you guys gonna dress up for Halloween or what?
Yeah, we are actually.
Possibly, actually. I think we're gonna go to a Halloween party, so we might end up doing a
party.
dress up sort of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are you?
Well,
What?
Halloween Paino, bro.
Oh, Halloween Paino.
Oh,
Yeah,
Painos.
bro.
Full dressing
I
up.
don't, bro. I don't.
Nice.
Shit, bro.
We'll meet with Uncle something.
Yeah.
I don't know, we'll figure 'em out.
Is
Gonna be
there like
Uncle
a
Shoyu.
particular?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I do
Big
remember,
Kiko
boys?
Mimbaroa.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, like, sit on my lap, boy.
Do you
Santa
remember
Claus.
being
Okay, go,
dressed
sorry.
up as Care Bears that one year?
Yes.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude.
Yeah,
That was
man.
fun,
That was
dude.
a good year, bro.
That was,
that was a
was-
good
oh
year,
man, that was a great year. I remember being in
Oh,
my
Calm
mom
down.
in my mom's living room, all of us huddled around sewing machines,
Yeah.
trying to like
Yeah,
put
Oh,
these
man.
things together
dude.
till
Dude,
3
I
in the
had work
morning.
like
Yep.
like super early the next morning.
Yeah, I know that was crazy, but it was amazing. Like, man, if I could find the one picture of all of us together, there was
I
one
have it,
picture.
dude. I have it. I have it.
Where we
No
all were
way.
together because it was
Yeah.
we kept splitting
Oh
up.
no!
Yeah, like
yeah,
Yeah.
we did. I think
Right.
we're always missing one bear.
I have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
picture
yeah.
of us together.
I
think.
couldn't find the one with you, Cobes, and I was like, I know Cobes got one with the yellow
Yeah.
one, and there was like
there's
a
one. Yeah.
there was like a throwback
explain
Thursday I
everyone.
wanted to. Right, right.
What
So
color
let's.
everyone was.
That's right. All right. Yeah. So
Yeah.
let's give the breakdown. Yeah, you could go for it first, Cobes. What color did you end up making? And
Oh, and then I have
And,
a story about Cole's color afterwards.
okay.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it was so funny.
I was the sunshine bear, right? There was 5 of us, 6 of us.
There was 5 of us from
No,
what I
Cole-
remember, right?
Yeah, 5 because Just was with us, brother Just.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
yep,
brother
Just.
Yup.
Yep.
Fucking brother just.
Yeah, and I believe I was purple. I want
You
to say it
were
was
purple.
purple.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
purple, yeah.
Purple, yeah.
Yeah, yep. And Drake, you were pink?
I was pink.
Okay.
And I was
I had
blue.
put a. What color were you, Scott?
I was blue. I was the rain cloud bear.
Oh, dude, I didn't follow the Care Bear like pattern situation, and I had like a hand dropping a pill into a cup.
Oh yeah, you were like roofie bear or something.
Yeah, some shit.
Did
I do
I?
not
that's
remember
so
that,
douchey.
dude.
Yeah, no,
douchey.
you weren't the only one. I think I think I had my Care Bear emblem. I think I could switch it out to a mushroom. So I was very like forward thinking at that time. I was,
Oh, boy.
Sick.
yeah, think I knew I was gonna, like Portland one day. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. But I remember us, so we stay up we get the fabric, right? We're in the living room, we're sewing all night long, and it seems like it's never gonna. We put all this cotton in the belly, so the bellies look more poofy, more like an actual Care Bear. And I remember by the end of the night, like all the cotton in the belly had sank down to the bottom, so it just looked like I was like a beer belly bear by the end of it.
Yeah.
Just like it was just like, geez, you gotta stay off the natty lights, freaking purple bear. It was like,
Dude, it was hilarious too because we so thought that we would just be able to jam these things out. We're like, oh yeah, we're just gonna put these together. It's gonna be so easy. It took us like freaking 7-8 hours. It felt
I
like.
know.
Maybe not that long, but it felt so fucking long.
It was long as
Right.
fuck.
So long.
Yeah, and
Like
essentially,
we all,
yeah.
like I
Oh,
feel
you
like
have
at some
one.
point we all wanted to call it quits, and we're like rooting each other. Like we're almost done. Like we had to keep reminding ourselves. Like, come on,
Don't you guys have moms?
it's gonna look so good when we finish.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
we were all at Tom's though. It was just, and God bless her mom. She was helping us out. She did
Yeah.
too, but
I think she
'cause
finished
she's
a
the one
few
that sewed
suits.
it for us, right?
Well, I
Yeah,
think she
she
definitely
was so
finished
awesome.
like a few suits. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I don't
That's
even
crazy.
remember sewing.
MVP.
Oh
Thanks,
shit.
Mom.
What is that?
He said,
I
"Thanks,
said I
Mom."
didn't remember
Sewing.
sewing, and then I thanked my mom.
This guy, dude. We were like, we were working the sweatshop, man, that night.
Work
It was
smart,
like,
not hard, man.
Okay, so-
thank God this isn't my job.
Right, and to your point, working the sweatshirt, all I remember was, we're in Waikiki in Hawaii, and I remember like 1 hour into it, I was like, oh shit, this is a mistake. And they were like basically onesies in like with Hawaii weather.
Furry
And,
onesies.
yeah,
Wait, how
furry
did we get
onesies.
into them?
I don't know. I think I needed like someone's help to jump into mine. Like it was ridiculous.
Was there just a slot in the back? Is that how we got in?
Yeah, I think it was like
remember,
almost like it had like either like a button
It
or
was
like
Velcroed, huh?
Oh yeah.
yeah, I think it was
Oh, yeah,
Velcroed,
Velcro,
but
yeah.
you know, like you have those like Christmas onesies that only have like the button at the top, and they have like, you know, kind of that back hole kind of area. But yeah, I think it was more of a Velcro situation. Yeah, that was oh my god. I just yeah, like to like what we were talking about. Yeah, an hour in, I was sweating so bad. And I was like, holy shit, I don't think this was a good idea. I was like, this is not a good idea for
And we're in
Waikiki
fucking
in
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
guys, so
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
fucking.
And so
Yeah, we
hot.
were
And you
in
know what? It
Waikiki.
rained that night too. And
Yeah,
every
it was
time,
fucking
before it
humid.
rains, it gets fucking hot. Yeah.
That
Oh,
yeah,
man.
yep. It was the humidity and the mugginess, but I remember being very single at that time, and you know having all these
Yeah,
girls kind of coming up
yeah.
to us, and oh my God, Care Bears, and I was like, this is exactly what we were trying to do right here. This is the
Yup.
whole
No,
point.
I do remember. I remember these like two girls that were like vampires, and they're like, "Can we give you a hug or something?" And then they hugged you, and then they got like blood on your suit, and you're like, "Oh, fuck it!" Like, what the
I was
Dude,
pissed.
yeah, and then we were like, "They fucking do that on purpose? Like, what the fuck, man?" Like, so inconsiderate.
Yeah, I know. I was like,
Angry.
I was pissed.
Yeah.
I was like a few cocktails
Rightfully
deep
so,
at
though.
that point, and
wow,
I was
you
like,
let- yeah.
I was like, nope,
Oh,
I'm
shit,
I mean,
furious.
we
in
worked
the
hard on these
picture.
costumes.
You know what?
You know?
Oh, go for
You
it.
had your arms out and you're like looking down, like, what the fuck happened when they did that to you?
And I think that was the picture that was on like some local like beat newspaper for Honolulu, or like it was like the Waikiki
Funny.
Beat or
Right,
something
yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
You remember that one?
Oh yeah, and that face was like half like okay, I know I'm on camera, half like I'm still mad. It was just like this.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, so speaking of angry, so Cove, when we were gonna meet up with Cove, like I don't know if like he just drove separate or what, but we're like, let's go meet up in front of this one restaurant, Jimmy Buffett's, and we're like, okay, we're at the entrance, Cove, like just meet us here, and then Cove's like, okay, and then he gets there. But he's like, I'm at the entrance. We're like, Cove, you're not. Like, we're at the entrance. He's like, I'm at the fucking entrance. Turns
I
out this place
remember.
has two entrances, right? He's like, dude, he's like, you guys need to get here quick. Everyone keeps fucking asking me what Teletubby I am. You get me?
Oh shoot.
Sunshine Bear or some shit. It's so funny.
Fucking
He was so
hilarious.
angry. Like, right before we even got together.
Dude, yeah, because I was waiting there for
good.
so fucking long, dude.
I know.
What happens when you drive separate, Kobe?
It's too good.
So funny, it's funny, though.
Yep. That was that was an all time.
Teletubby I am. I was laughing
Would
so
we
hard.
say that that's our all-time favorite Halloween memory?
I think so,
It's one
dude.
of
That's
them. I remember
definitely.
one Halloween though. My mom was making curry stew, and she uses a pressure cooker, and Kobe was there too for that.
Okay.
And
Oh,
it like exploded off the stove,
Oh!
and like I saw it explode, and it felt like slow motion. And
Oh Scott, is it just
I
me
was Kobe on
service?
the couch, and then I saw
No,
it
you
just
might be.
shoot up.
I can
Oh,
hear you.
I can
Still.
maybe.
I can hear Scott
Everyone's
too.
hear me?
Gotcha. Okay, Scott, go for it.
Okay, yeah, I can still hear you, dude. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see it like fly off the stove, and like I immediately just started running. Like the couch was like by the door, and I just like got up and started running, and like it just exploded everywhere. And I think some of it got on Cove, if I'm not mistaken. But I didn't even like. There was no time to like warn you. I was just like we were like mid conversation. I just got up and like ran out the house, and like it didn't get on me, but it got like fucking everywhere. Like,
That's a
hot,
good
boiling
good
stew.
friend right there, warning him about a future explosion coming. Were you running, Scott?
Oh,
so
shit, I
bad.
turned to the
Die! You're gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, only the slowest don't make it, you know. So,
Like yeah,
and I'm
I
not
mean,
a fast guy, so I gotta take any advantage I can get, you know.
absolutely. You better
But
not
But I
be
think
where.
the Care Bear one was the best joint Halloween memory I think we
Yeah.
all had together.
Yeah, that was a solid one for sure. Yeah, I try to think. I was thinking back to like some of the cooler like Halloween costumes I had, and there was a few that really stick out in my head, and it was like kind of cool because me and my dad kind of did this like buddy team up thing, and there was one year where I went as I went as Wolverine and he went as Cyclops, and that one is hilarious. because he kind of looks like Frozone, but like not that cool. Sorry, Dad. And
Yeah.
and then with the yellow kind of underwear look, the costumes are great. And then there was another one where we went as Sub-Zero and Scorpion, and that one was
That's up.
super tight
sick.
because we took like these. I remember having this like MX kind of like nose piece for like motocross goggles that basically like it just covers your nose if you're riding in like mud and stuff. And he spray painted it, and like we put it into these masks, and it was just I remember that being like a pretty ultimate kind of costume. Damn,
How old
wish I
were you?
could find that. I was probably like 6.
Okay.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, it was back when the original movie came out. When Shang Tsung was in it. The your soul is mine.
Your soul is mine.
That's right. Yeah, yep. Back with that one. Nice. I like how we all did it. Okay, your turn, Copes. Go for it.
Oh wait, what? Your soul is
Never
mine? I
mind.
thought I did
Moving
it.
on.
Do you have another memory? What
Fucking
about when we were
Luther.
younger, Cole? Like, our neighborhood was the shit. Like, we would get our pillowcase, fill it up,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then dump it at our house and go back out with our pillowcase.
Yep.
and
But
like,
we
had
go.
so
We
much
dump at
damn
Mako's
candy.
house, dude.
Yeah,
Fuck. There you go. There you go.
we had so much candy. It was crazy. And then growing up afterwards, you just see, like, not many kids are coming out, or maybe they're going to another area.
Oh
But
really?
I guess, yeah, it was pretty, like, ghost town-y. Like, way different than we grew up.
Mm.
But
I mean,
yeah, I feel like we grew up in a good time. Like,
You
or
know
maybe
what?
we
Yeah,
just had
'cause
a
we
good amount of
could-
kids that were
Yeah.
around or something.
I definitely remember like we didn't have chaperones. I remember we would just fucking go.
Right.
yeah.
Like me, you, Josh, Shane. Good times.
Remember one time
Man.
we didn't have we barely had a costume. And we were like, we're just gonna go as hobos. And we just wore like ripped clothes, like old ripped clothes, and then we had like these mini slugger bats, and we just fuck around with those.
Is that what a hobo does, dude?
I guess that's what hobos do. Yeah.
So dumb.
Fucking baseball hobos.
Yeah. Exactly.
No, we just could go around going, give me your candy, I'm a hobo. Like, it's just
I'm a
so
hobo.
wrong to do now. Like,
Wow.
we didn't
Yeah.
know anything. We were kids, we were dumb.
Yeah.
We
Or like, instead of
really dumb.
getting like a stick to tie your handkerchief onto and fill your goods, you're just carrying around a Louisville Slugger and like a sheet. You're like,
But they were
fucking-
mini, they're as long as your forearm. They're just like
Oh.
mini bats.
Yeah. Oh man, that was a good time. What about you, Drake? Remember any good costumes from back in the day?
So the memory I remember the most from a Halloween was where was I? We were like behind Walmart area, and I had not brought a costume, so I like made one up in my head. And I think I was with like Christine.
Did
and-
it translate to your body? Wait, did it translate to your body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me finish.
Explain your
Let me finish.
costume.
Okay, wait, let him finish. Let him finish.
I was.
I thought it looked like a
I
normal
believe I was with I was with Genesis and Christine, I think. And so what I had did was I was just the only thing they had available was like white robe and towels. So I put on a white robe and I put a towel on my head as if I was like walking around as if I just got out of the shower.
Where's
Okay?
this going?
Hold
Out of the
on.
shower.
You didn't cover your face,
Hold
though,
on.
right? You
Hold
did.
on.
Tell me you didn't cover your face.
Let him
right?
finish. Let him finish.
Didn't cover my face.
Okay. All right.
So we're walking up to this house. This is like one of the first houses that we get to.
Yeah.
And the whole garage door is up. This uncle is sitting outside. And he's like, oh, hey, how's it going, guys? Happy Halloween. Trick or treat, eh, you fuckers. And then this dude, right? And I think we're in middle school. And this dude goes to me specifically, right? And there's two ladies with me, and there's myself in this row with my the towel on, right? Like I'm drying my hair.
Right.
I don't have, it's a, what is it called? It's a robe, so it's not like I'm wearing shorts, so my legs are exposed. And this
Right.
guy automatically goes, "Oh, your legs are fucking hairy, yeah, you guy." And I became. He's like, you fucking Wolverine over here,
Oh
fucking
no!
werewolf legs. And
Oh, you're
yo,
subconscious after that.
yeah, dude, I was young, so I was like, oh my god,
Oh
are my
man.
legs like that fucking hairy? And I had an issue with that when I was younger in elementary
Oh
school. You know
my
what I mean?
God, this is a traumatic Halloween.
So yeah.
Wait, good
Yeah.
memories, Jake.
This is
Oh,
not
sorry,
where
sorry,
I
sorry,
thought
sorry.
it was going, dude.
No. I mean, hey, it
that's
was
not where it
memorable,
was
right?
going.
Good.
I was just
Yeah.
reliving that moment, huh?
Jeez.
Oh, good memories.
Let me think back to which Halloween scarred me the
Okay,
most.
so that same
Yeah. So I can tell you the time I would get one Starburst, huh, from my teacher.
fuck.
Oh, that,
Hey, you know you can't just throw that in there and not finish that story.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
maybe
Lord,
we could maybe
I think
wait
you
for
can-
this.
Yeah,
Do you wanna-
maybe if we get enough viewers, I'll tell the Starburst story.
Yeah, at 5 viewers,
I mean, that's
we
up to you,
will
dude. That's
tell
your
this
story,
story.
yo.
Tell your friends.
5
Drake,
viewers.
at 5 viewers, we're selling it low here, people. We're selling at the low price of 5 views.
We only got 1 viewer. Tell your friends to watch right now.
Tell
Yeah,
right
there
now,
you go.
I'm
and you
not
will
a good
hear.
storyteller, but this is one of my best stories.
This is. Depends on how you classify best, but yeah, it's a good. It's enjoyable for me to
It's
hear.
another.
I'm
It's
glad
like the
that we
hairy
can all
leg
enjoy
story,
it,
but
though,
like
'cause it's
times
kind of a scary
10.
story, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Oh
was
my
a good
God.
time. It was a good time.
I don't know if it was though. You know.
I really like Starburst. Starburst is my favorite candy.
He did get Starburst.
Dude, okay,
Yeah. For
like
free,
the funny side of it, I know it's
supposedly.
not funny, but the only thing that made it funny was when after that traumatic story you told you went, yeah, but I got Starburst in the end. No, dude. No.
Yeah.
Oh fuck! What's going?
It's like this guy got you. He got you into his van, and then you're like, but he really did give me candy too. Like,
So it wasn't a lose-lose situation. Yeah.
I feel like we all won there.
Fuck.
How did you like the Vanguard class, Tom?
It was okay. I've been playing for a little bit. Are you not able to just be stationary with the shield? Is it always just like a mad dash, like Captain
No,
America
you should be able to
through a
just hold it
wall?
up.
Really? Okay.
No, you can just hold it up. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Nice.
Cool.
What about Starburst? We get those?
Oh.
Delicious.
Oh, okay.
Really-
Back on the
dude.
costumes. How many Power
Yeah.
Rangers were you guys growing up?
Oh, that's a good one.
I think it was a Blue Ranger one time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I only think I was the Red Ranger like once.
I think
Man.
I was red, and then I think I was gold at one point too.
Oh, what?
Okay.
There was a gold
Red
one?
and gold.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I think it
What
was
is this, like the Filipino
you know when
Rangers over
you're-
here?
Hey-o.
You know when you're
The
when
Salamat
you guys go,
Rangers.
you know when you go to like Party City and you're looking at, and then you see all the Power Rangers, and you're like, oh, I've never seen that fucking guy before. He's got a gold mask. He's probably the coolest one. Let's do that one, Mom.
Actually, the Gold Ranger is the Red Ranger.
What?
Oh.
There you go.
Oh, the same person?
Has it always
Yeah,
been?
same
Or
person.
Oh.
Just different
So
skin
from the original Red Ranger, and then it went into ninjas, then it went into turbo, and then it went into 2 more after that. And in one of the 2 more
Nice.
ones, he becomes back as the Gold Ranger. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
sick.
damn.
The more you know.
Damn, just dropping some Power Ranger knowledge on us.
Yeah,
pretty good.
dude.
Oh,
It's knowledge. It's half the power.
the more you know.
The more you know.
Yeah, I had the Blue Ranger costume. I had the Red Ranger costume. And I don't know about you guys, but I like the Power Rangers not on like their personalities, which I probably should have. I just like them on the color of their suit.
Yeah,
So-
mine too.
Yeah.
So I didn't like red, but I remember my mom got me red. I was like, I don't like red. And then I think I like outgrew it in 6 months. And so then I got like the blue and black one. But I didn't want anybody to wear the red. So I had a friend who would visit. His grandma lived down the street, and he would like walk down our street, and he would see me and my sister outside like being Power Rangers and just like fighting in the middle, like on our like little lawn area. And I remember he was like, "Oh, cool! You guys are doing Power Rangers." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Cool! Can I play with you guys?" I'm like, "Sure." And I remember him like being like, "Oh, do you have extra suit?" I was like, "Yeah, I got this red one." And I remember him trying it on. He was like a year older than me. I think at this point I was probably like, yeah, whatever, 6, 7, 8. He might have been like 7, 8, 9. And he put it on, and we're playing, and he like turns to like throw this punch and just rips like just a heavy line down the backside. And I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "This guy freaking sucks." I was like, "Mom, you fucking ripped my suit." Just being so bummed about him just ripping my suit. It was just, yeah. Oh man. So safe to
That's
say,
so funny.
I didn't wear the red suit a lot after that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
bummer.
Yeah. But man, those are good times. I wonder if they'll ever do any more Power Rangers. I didn't mind the last movie. It was, I mean, I liked it as much as I liked Venom 2, which was not a lot, but you know, it was in the positives more than it was in the negative. But yeah, I don't know. I thought the cast was good.
I mean,
Surprised they didn't do more of it.
yeah, they picked really good-looking people. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Becky G wasn't one of the guys from what is it?
Stranger Things.
Stranger Things. Yep. Read
Yep.
my mind.
Fucking Princess Jasmine was in there too.
Wow. Yeah. That's right. That's
who
right.
was? Who was there? Who was the black guy? Was there a black guy? No, there was an Asian guy.
Yeah, he was the Black Ranger, right?
Yes, he's the new black. Asian is the new black.
I guess that's what they were trying to say. It was just funny, like
no, there was a black guy. The Blue Ranger was the black guy.
they had to. Why?
Okay.
Why?
They had.
Was that like
Well,
too on the
because that,
nose? Is that racist?
I think
For like
because
I
probably
don't
that Key and Peele sketch. He's like Green
What?
Falcon. He's like, remember? He's
Well,
like,
he's-
I'm the Green Falcon, and he's like, Black Falcon. We need you to do this. He's like, I'm the Green Falcon.
Yeah, that's super
sketch.
fucking funny.
Okay,
shit.
Black Falcon.
But
he's
I
like
mean,
the only black guy.
yeah, it's the Blue Ranger, not the Jazz Ranger, you know. So it's less on the nose, I think.
Oh shit! Let's call Taylor to see if that's okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Taylor, can you say jazz on a podcast or what?
About
Well, how are you saying it? Well, that's the thing.
Yeah. Kind of like how Dave
it's
Chappelle
like-
would. Cool? Not cool? Okay. Yeah. Classic. Well, yeah, man, those are good times. Good times. We last year, we did the whole family, my little family deal where we were all Avengers. I was Captain America. Christina was Black Widow, and then we had Lucy as Thor.
That's one, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted Leia to be the Hulk because she destroys everything, but unfortunately, costume, so she was Spider-Man, and yeah, so it seemed like that was a pretty big hit last year. So we're following it back up for another
so
pretty
what are you gonna
nerdy
do?
franchise. Yeah, we are gonna do a Star Wars one. So
Is it gonna be
yeah.
name
You got that
appropriate as well?
Sweet saber.
main appropriate? What is our?
Because Leia's name is Leia. Is she gonna be Leia, or are you just gonna like, you know what I mean?
That'd be cute.
That would be cute, but she's severely misnamed. She's so I'm gonna go as
She's
Luke
not-
Skywalker because
Yeah?
of the fake hand, and then we're gonna have
Okay, cool.
Christina
Oh wow.
be
Nailed
Princess
it.
Leia, which I
Nailed
guess is kind of weird in a way, but it just hey, a guy can dream.
Want to do
True to
like,
the movie, you know?
you
I'm
could've
an only
been
child,
Anakin.
so I don't know about.
Sorry, well, one too many questions right there. So many questions, I
Oh,
guess. Probably a good
I
thing.
was, I was
What was
saying,
that?
you could be Anakin and Christina could be Padme, and then
Yeah.
Luke and Leia.
We could, but let me finish. All right, so hear me out. All right, I'm gonna be Luke. Christina is going to be Leia. since our dog Lucy is brown and makes like Wookiee noises, she will be Chewbacca. And
Yoda.
since
Oh.
yeah, pretty close. And then for Leia, since she's such a terror, we got her this little Darth Vader outfit. So she has this like little cone dome head
That's awesome.
hat thing, and it has like a little cape and all this stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have like a Chewbacca and a Darth Vader just kind of running around the house. I think as we
Adorable.
do a party, kind of a small party this Saturday. So yeah, that's what's
Oh,
going
that's
down.
cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty
Sounds fun.
hilarious. Yeah, anytime you dress up an animal, I feel like it's like an
Animal
automatic
crate.
win.
Yeah. Sorry, real quick. Anyone get the ammo crate?
I got one just now.
Okay. That sounds good, dude. You guys gonna do it at the house again?
Yep. Just real small. You know, everybody with a negative COVID test are fully vaccinated. Just kidding.
Nice.
Yeah, unless the
Oh, yeah,
the cops
you
are
gotta test
listening
them,
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's kind of the plan. About you guys, anybody else? Any costumes going down? Drake, Cobes? You guys doing anything? Portland's got to be pretty wild, huh, Cobes?
Yeah, I think we're going out, but I don't know what I'm gonna be. I don't even know who I want to go out with. I'm gonna figure out something. I'm last minute as fuck.
I got a pretty
You
sweet.
got like different parties to get to? Like,
Not this
Your option.
year, because normally I go with Mike them, but because of COVID and new baby, that they're not doing anything now. So
that makes sense.
That fresh new baby don't do nothing smell.
yep.
That's right.
Are they
Well-
gonna just them two, or are they gonna do nothing with?
I'm pretty sure.
Yoki and-
I think the Okies just got sick, so they also cannot go over right now.
Oh,
Oh, they
yeah.
just got sick.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
I think just like a common cold kind of thing. Nothing serious. Yeah. What about
That
you,
was
Scott?
good.
That's still a bummer. I know Christine's friends have a thing this Saturday. I think it's like a costume party of some sort.
On Halloween? No
party.
way.
I'm assuming they're all dressing up. Saturday. Yeah, so it's not Halloween. It's actually the day before. Get your fucking back straight. So I got super aggressive there.
Yeah. I would. I'm just saying. I would assume on Halloween, you gotta wear a costume.
Yeah, I'm joking. They're also theater people, so there's probably gonna be some awesome costumes. I always feel like underdressed.
That's
when
a
we do- like,
stereotype. I
one
don't know how
time,
I feel about that.
Hey, well, last time, that's why I have to say we did this like
But it was like a
what is it,
compliment.
like this mobster? No, actually, what was it? It was like the swinging whatever kind of.
Roaring 20s.
What time was that? Where the swinging? Yeah, like that, like Roaring 20s, whatever. And everyone was like dressed like that, and I was like, I got nothing. Like I just looked like super sad as whatever I brought. I don't remember what I brought, but everyone looked great. And then we even did like a they did like a mobster dinner type of thing at like Buka's one time, and like everyone again dressed like great, and I was just like, man, just underdressed. So I'll probably be doing the same. Just can't match them, you know.
Yeah, that's hard. I
I
mean,
I think
gotta
they just
own it,
have
dude.
like costumes in
Lean
their
into
closet
it.
as well. So.
right, at their
Lean into
disposal, right? They're
as
like,
generic as you can.
Yeah, they're probably not breaking the bank. They're like, oh, just great. I can reuse this thing.
yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
So
If you want to look like a
it should be
Shakespeare, I'm
fun.
sure they have one of those. I'm sure they have like a business
Exactly.
suit. Yeah, they have like the Roaring 20 suit. I don't know. What's another play? What about from Oklahoma? Just kidding. Let's not go there. I'm
Shaped like
sure
a
you guys
state.
don't know what that is.
Burn.
Yeah, literally. But yeah, I
Heyo.
hear you. Oh God, that was bad. I'm sorry. I apologize in advance before it gets bad. Yeah, well, some fun stuff. I mean, yeah, I don't know if I've ever been like. Sounds like I've been into Halloween, but it's never been like my favorite holiday. But I'm looking forward to it this year. I'm hoping we actually get trick or treaters for a change. I was so excited last year to I had my bowl of candy. I was ready for all the kids in the neighborhood, and we did not get one trick or treater. I think because of COVID, and I was so sad, so sad.
That is sad.
That's one thing you
Yeah,
could do,
something
Drake.
about that is just like depressing.
Right. That's one thing you could do, Drake. You could
Wait,
just
what?
sit on your porch and just be like some grumpy homeowner and then just, scare kids or like shoo them away or like something.
I thought you were gonna say something different.
Oh, what? What?
Me too. I'm not gonna say what I thought you were gonna say. No, it's different times, Tom. I can't say it.
Okay.
But I thought you were
Well,
gonna say it.
actually, I
Okay.
typically
I'm glad I'm
don't.
not the only one.
At least give me a
I
hint.
typically.
You said some grumpy home, and then just Earl heard that.
Okay. I don't think I think you glitched out there. But anyway, sorry, Drake.
I'll
Keep
explain.
going
I'll
for it.
explain. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, essentially, what's being said is that I typically don't like Halloween, and I don't necessarily dress up because I feel like it's a human, construct and a very deep consumerist holiday. But that being said, I did feel like I should dress up as Shroot from The Office, and instead of having, because I own a home now, instead of having trick-or-treaters come to me, why don't I just go to them, dressed up as Shroot, in a white van delivering candy to kids,
Oh,
It'll be
boy.
fantastic.
Could see it now.
I
You're
don't know
gonna
where
get
you're
so
going
much
with that trick.
candy.
That's gonna get you in trouble.
What are you talking about? I'm just talking about delivering candy to the kids, Kobe. What are you talking about?
He's
I feel like even on
driving
Halloween,
at it.
it's like not allowed.
Yeah. You're gonna get on a list, buddy.
Hey, Drake, what's Mr. Raines doing these days?
Yeah, a list of very nice men who give candy to... Oh!
Yeah, again, 5 viewers, and you will hear the complete story after this.
Yeah, yes.
Tom, I'm gonna text you what I thought you were gonna say.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
Okay.
All right.
I mean, I'm sure other people have already put it together. We might as well just fucking say it.
I'm sure there's a funny way to say it without
Steve,
saying it.
Yeah.
Don't text me.
Like,
I'm not going to look at it.
Figure it
Okay, well, I
Okay.
did anyway.
Okay.
Jesus.
Let's see. Oh, I'm right next to a bomber. I'm checking my text message, and I died. I'm going to die. Oh, I didn't die.
Fantastic.
I didn't die.
Oh,
I'm going to die
sick.
now. Yep, I died.
Eat that
Okay.
bomber.
Go get him. Go get him.
What?
We'll hold the line.
Oh, wow. That's, I guess that could go along the lines of home.
Did you guys do pre-sale for Eternals or what?
No.
Oh, okay. So great point.
No.
Nope, I have not. And man, I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. Have you guys heard anything about it? Pre-sale? What about you, Cobes, Scott?
No, I have not heard anything about pre-sales.
No, well, I heard that it's like one of the lowest scoring Marvel movies.
Oh,
Right
what?
now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of
So
what I
I've
was
also
getting
heard
at.
from people that there's certain people I follow that like I listen to their views on like Marvel, whatever and stuff, like because I know they're comic book fans, and like they've had some good things to say about it. They talk about it being like a different type of movie that you've never seen a Marvel movie like this before, but
Right.
they liked it. So I don't know if it's just like the general public maybe just didn't like it, or I mean I feel like as long as like a Marvel fan likes it, then I'll probably like it. So I'm
Right.
still gonna watch it with an open mind, but also just kind of go in knowing that it may not be what we all expect it to be. So
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. So yeah, I have heard similar things. I definitely have heard mixed reviews on it. From what it sounds like, it's a dense movie, and as it should be. I mean, there's 10 characters, but I mean, you could probably speak to this better than I can, Drake. But as like a storyteller, having 10 main characters and trying to really flesh out a story in less than 3 hours sounds like it's quite the undertaking. And for some people, it sounds like they delivered, and to other people, it sounded like they didn't. So I'm interested to get my, to see it from. Just to see it myself and make my own determination on it. But I really like Chloe Zhao. I liked Nomadland. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yeah. What did you hear
So
anything
my
about it,
thing
Drake?
about it
Oh, go for it, Cobbs.
is I feel like people are going into it thinking it's going to be a Marvel superhero movie, but it already doesn't look like one. You know,
Ah, yeah.
it almost feels like it's
That's a good
like
take.
a Marvel epic, like a Marvel fantasy kind of thing when I look at the trailers.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's a lot of like crazy kind of, you know, you have to have imagination, like the beginning of humankind and celestial space gods, and but like bigger space gods than Thor, are way more powerful. It's like they're obviously, revealing a new tier of character, and yeah, I'm curious to see how it goes. But I like what you're saying. Yeah, that for a lot of people, they've said it's a completely different Marvel movie than what we've seen in the past, and
Two bulls? What the fuck? Oh my
and
God!
that
Run, guys, run! Sorry, Tom,
is
not to
also
interrupt you, but there's two fucking bulls.
that is also part of the movie. No bull. Two bulls, no bull.
Yeah.
No bull.
2 bulls,
Yeah.
1 cup.
Oh yeah, yum. What about you,
Third bull.
Drake?
Bulls,
Do you have
one
any
hand.
have you seen anything, any interpretations? Oh my God, that's hilarious. The bull was chasing somebody and flew off the railing right
Drake.
into like a fire car. It was, but it was amazing. It looked like the Juggernaut running off an edge. It was pretty hilarious.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I see you beating on it right now.
Oh yeah, I was beating that bull.
Now
Yeah,
the wave
beating
starts,
that
guys.
bull. Wait, we weren't supposed to move yet either, dude. Oh shit! Now they're in this area.
Wait,
This
are
is
we,
not looking good.
is this?
Crap.
We weren't supposed to be here yet?
Oh
we weren't supposed
geez,
to be
I
here
was
yet.
following somebody and I feel
Oh my
screwed now.
gosh, me too. I followed everyone.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't matter. They spawned at the main area.
So I think that the Eternals is going to be a context bomb.
How so?
I think it's going to be, so you know how like animes have like filler episodes? I think it's going to be not a filler episode or a filler movie it's going to be cinematically nice looking, but it's essentially going to be a context bomb to be able to set up for things that they're going to do in the future. Is my general like thought on it, or
Right.
I guess what is going to be the bare minimum for me, so that I'm not disappointed.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, and you guys know my take on it. I mean, I read the latest, kind of the latest Eternals run, and just kind of that backstory, and it really didn't do much for me. I don't know. Anytime when there's very few immortal beings that I'm really interested in. I don't know, something about that idea of being immortal, not being, anybody's too, I feel like, kind of cheat in a way, or like immortal or invincible or something, where I don't feel like the stakes are that great if they die. Obviously, a Batman as opposed to a Superman, for me, I'm way more of a Batman in a sense because he's got a lot more to lose. I don't know, just for his own personal health, I guess. And the Eternals wasn't very interesting to me when it was announced, but I think neither was Guardians, so I'm ready to be thoroughly surprised, and I think they're gonna, I'm ready to see a different type of Marvel movie. They have their formula. You see a villain in the first act, you catch up for where the hero is in that act, and then there's the hero and the villain meet in the second act. There's some escalating tension, and then by the third act, like this big epic battle, and hero beats villain. And I'm ready to see maybe something different. I'm hoping to see something different from this one. And yeah, I don't know. I was gonna see it regardless, but yeah, the fact it's kind of mixed is it makes it even a little bit more appealing to me in a way.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, oh shit, I got bold. I can see that. I mean, it is going to be so atypical in comparison to the rest of the Marvel movies we have seen. So that could just be intriguing in a way as a fan of Marvel versus like, people who just like going to watch Marvel movies.
Right. Right. Do you think this is a point where people who've never seen a Marvel movie, let's say this is somehow, I don't know how, but let's just say this is your first Marvel movie. Is this a movie that's going to bring you in for the rest, for all the movies moving forward? Do you think you'll have to get a lot of the understanding of this movie by watching some of the old movies, or do you think you'll just be able to jump into it and then kind of watch things moving forward?
I mean, if it's anything like the new interpretation of Dune, then yes.
Mm. Uh, oof,
Myth
Need
versus
that.
Scott.
man, yeah, it was good. It was good. Do you guys want to
Yep.
wait to talk about Dune, or should we just
Yeah, we
jump
can wait
into
on
it?
it.
Maybe we should, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we should wait.
Okay. One thing that oof, wow, that was going to be a really bad segue. I don't even want to say, but basically,
Do it.
nope,
it.
nope, not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. It was
Yeah,
gonna
don't
have
do
to
it.
do with
Do
passing away, and it was gonna be very poorly done, low hanging fruit. So I'm not gonna do it. But unfortunately and
Yeah.
really sadly, were you guys fans the time Friends was out, or
Yes.
have you guys watched it? Yeah,
Yep.
like, awesome. Yeah. What about
Say
you,
what?
Cobes? Did you watch
I mean, I
Friends?
like
Big
Friends.
fan
Bring
of the show
Yeah.
Friends.
Oh,
Friends
no.
are good. Like, I love
No.
you guys, so.
Yeah.
Same.
But what about
Both.
the show with Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, Chandler, Joey, and Ross?
I never watched enough, unfortunately. I like the
Well,
episodes I see, but I never just sat down and.
Kobe had too much real friends to watch Friends.
Yep,
Damn it.
must have been nice, Cobes. Must have been nice.
Yeah, I used to watch it every day, like after school. Like in high school, they had like a couple hours where they would play like Seinfeld, Friends, and like Everybody Loves Raymond or something, and
Yeah.
maybe
Oh,
another
yeah.
show. But there was like this
Oh,
like
shit.
in a row, and then every day it would be like the consecutive episodes. So as long as you like watched them, you were kind of watching them all in order and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it was good. That's why I caught a lot of those actually.
For sure. I remember, I think it came out, maybe it was towards the end of the show, but it came out on Thursdays. And this is like, we didn't have TiVo or anything, so we would watch it when it came out on Thursdays live, and it was like, when the commercial came on, you're like, okay, I have 2 minutes to go to the bathroom before the show comes back, because you couldn't rewind it or anything. And man, I that show has some gem moments. I know it's not everybody's favorite sitcom, but I thought it had some really really good moments. And they were always kind of in this coffee shop. It was their place, and I think that was something a lot of people didn't like about it because it's not very authentic to people being in their 20s. Why are they going to be hanging out in a coffee shop when they would probably be at a bar or whatnot? But yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard, but the guy that played Gunther
It was
from
right
the
downstairs.
coffee shop, yeah, he
Yeah.
unfortunately passed away, so that was sad. Yeah, it was interesting because I felt like we just saw him at the reunion, the HBO Max reunion, and then he
Mhm.
didn't look the same, I guess, at that moment. I wasn't, I didn't dive too much deeper than that, but unfortunately, he passed away from prostate cancer, which was a bummer.
It's akin to Norm
Yeah.
Macdonald, eh?
Yeah, you're right. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, it's I guess it's funny or maybe not funny, but it's interesting to think, in times of COVID, that's been like a lot of people's main focus, but there's still people definitely dealing with like some other pretty major diseases. So it's kind of, yeah, I just think it's a bummer, as I didn't know him, and I thought he brought a lot to the table for Friends. He always kind of had that dry sense of humor, liked Rachel, kind of, I don't know if that show in the coffee shop would be the same without him. So interesting to see,
Mm.
people in this real life kind of, passing on, and yeah, what that does for us now getting older.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all I'm
No,
gonna say
yeah,
about
I
that.
did. I enjoyed seeing him on the show, even though he wasn't like he was kind of a regular, even though he wasn't in every episode. Like anytime in a coffee shop, you knew there would be a small scene with him, and it was always kind of fun to see his interaction with them, and like how we knew more about him than the friends knew about him. It seemed, like I mean, granted it's a show and stuff, but
Right.
it's like we know he likes Rachel, and there's times he tries to chime in and like no one hears him, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
or he's like, I like that, and like no one even hears him, and it's just kind of like, oh, Gunther, like what do you do
Right.
outside of work, like like we only see you in this coffee shop, like this poor guy.
Right,
But
right. And they all
yeah, he
knew
was
him. I mean,
great
he
though.
was
I
never
enjoyed
really
seeing him.
invited to the parties or anything. It's like, why don't you guys? Yeah,
No, yeah.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah, but you said it right. I mean, yeah, he definitely was kind of like a regular, even though he wasn't a regular. And so, yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyways, it's gonna
Did
be interesting
you
as we
guys
get
get
older.
that I said Wakanda forever
Yeah, I
because of
heard.
Chadwick Boseman?
Is that what's been
Yeah.
on your mind this whole time, Drake?
Yeah, like I thought it was way more clever than it was, and I got no acknowledgement for it. What's the deal?
No, is
We're
it?
talking
Yeah,
about the guy who just died, buddy.
yeah.
Ryan.
No, it's good. I didn't know if I wanted to press that joke more than it was, but
To be honest,
thanks
I
for
thought
reminding
you were just
us.
saying Wakanda forever. I thought you were just saying it. I'm like, man, like, yep.
Got time to do this.
Yeah, I'm like, all
fuck.
right, dude.
All right, that's fine.
That's-
Like to
I get it.
infinity and beyond. Like, you know, I thought I was like just saying that. Stupid is what stupid does. Like, cool, that's a saying. Like, I get it now. You know what? That was clever. I'm sorry, Drake. It was too clever
That was too
for
clever.
my brain in that moment.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't know if you can hear this. I don't know if you can hear this, Drake.
If at first you don't succeed,
Oh,
try
man. The
again.
slow
So
clap?
thank you for reminding
Oh my
us.
Yeah.
god.
Bro, I'm standing up. Standing.
Get one more.
All right.
We gotta search a few more bodies. Yeah.
Sorry, it wasn't it though. I just didn't catch it. My bad, bro. I love though that you're like, did you not fucking hear me, bro?
Yeah, that joke was funny, alright? Better
Like,
freaking laugh
we
at
can't let
it,
this
dude.
kind of shit slide, but
Yeah.
look at slipping, guys.
Stop it so hard.
That's good. Well done,
Oh,
well
shit,
done,
that's
Drake.
funny, dude.
Well done.
Yep. Well done, Drake.
In a
Well done,
way, it
Scott.
got a better reaction than you wanted.
You're welcome.
True.
So, yeah,
You're
thanks.
welcome.
Look at this guy just chilling here.
Oh, there's items here. You alright, Cubs?
That was funny, dude.
Too good.
Dude, I catch my breath on that. Oh.
Okay, while you catch your breath, have you guys, did any of you guys play any of the Uncharted games? Or,
Yes.
yeah? Nice. Which
I
one
beat
did you
the first
play?
one, and I was in. I beat the first one, and I was starting to play the second one, but I think at the point I was playing it, I was already like just catching up with the game. So
Mhm.
as newer games came out, I would pause that game and play like the newer games. Like I may have paused for like Spider-Man or something. And
Got it.
you know, the new games come out, but it's really fun though. It's I'd have to say it feels like you're playing a movie. Like it is really linear, and
Dope.
the cutscenes and everything are pretty cool. And even like the stunts you have to do, it's kind of like a Tomb Raider, but I think easier because I know Tomb Raider can be like relentless. But
Right.
yeah, like it's just it feels like you're like in an action movie, like an Indiana Jones film, and you get to like play the character and stuff. So I don't know, it's really cool. Even when you die at a certain point, like the reload checkpoint scene is not too punishing. I guess depending on what setting you put it on, so it does feel like you're like it's not defeating where you're like fuck this game, turn it off. It's a fun
Right.
game though, done really well.
Dang, nice. Heavy, what about you guys? Did you guys play it? I didn't. That's why.
The only thing I know about it is that the main character's name is also the stage name for multi-platinum winning award artist Aubrey.
Oh, okay.
What, you mean Drake?
Exactly.
Wakanda forever,
Yeah. Jeez.
Oh, great callback. Great callback. Good for you.
Well done. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck, that's funny.
So yeah, I didn't play it too much either. I mean I didn't play it at all, but it always looked like an appealing game. It always looked super interesting, and I think that was the thing for me. I was like, what's gonna make this game different than Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, and all that? But yeah, obviously it's been
And you
it's been a
love
hit.
Tomb Raider too.
Oh man, I loved it. Sure did. Wasn't bad to look at either. Anyway,
For all
but
the
yeah,
right
it was
reasons.
Polygon
for a
lady.
few. for a few polygonic reasons.
Two big polygon reasons.
Right,
Wow,
right,
wow,
exactly.
wow.
Well, I don't know. It might come back the first 3 games as a PlayStation like free thing, like they gave you, and then that's how I got them. And then I think eventually the 4th one was free as well. So I ended up getting all the games for free to the PlayStation Network.
Or sick.
Right.
If they offer that again, like definitely down. Like, it's fun. But it
Right.
is like an older game, and you play it now, you do see like it's kind of dated and whatnot. It kind of feels like an older game, but it's still done really well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Nice.
you knew like, man, if I played this at the time, this game would have been the shit. Like,
Yeah. Right, right. But yeah, to that point, did you guys see the trailer that came out this last weekend for it? I thought
With Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Yep,
With
with
them
Tom
falling out
Holland,
of an
Mark
airplane and somehow.
You gotta finish your thought, Kobe, or else it's not funny.
Oh. That
With
was
them.
it. They somehow like right.
Right, yeah, they just somehow do.
Somehow.
And
What are you
yeah.
talking about?
Wait, what? What are you talking about? No, yeah, it's funny. It gave me a lot of Spider-Man vibes, which is kind of funny. I don't know if that was the point in that scene in particular. I mean, one, it looks badass for sure, but I don't know if I'm just seeing it as Tom Holland is always going to be Spider-Man to me, or if that's just the vibes it was giving off. I don't know, but yeah, it looked like a pretty awesome trailer. I like it. I think it looks really, really good.
Yeah, what do you think?
I'm trying to see if the gate hold up.
Well, I think it. I mean, to see, especially now, to see Tom Holland in a different role would be interesting. I mean, he has played other roles while he was Spider-Man, but they're a lot more dramatic. This is kind of more action adventure, which is kind of what Spider-Man is. So,
Right.
I mean, I think they casted well. I think that Uncharted has a foothold already in that genre, especially coming from a game point of view, because we do have Indiana Jones, and there will be another Indiana Jones with Harrison Ford. They're currently making that right now too, so we'll kind of actually see where it takes it, and hopefully it can expand that genre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to be
Yeah.
honest, like when they first announced the cast, I think because I played the first game, I guess it's like a video game thing, right? You always want the guy to look like the character. I guess because you've been playing that guy for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, Tom Holland is like, he's a lot younger. He just even I don't even know how old he is really, but he looks like he's really young. He
Right.
still looks like the same age as when we first saw him in Spider-Man. So like to see him as like I don't know what age he's gonna be as Drake, but it's hard to believe that he's had any adventures prior to this one he's gonna do. You know?
Yeah. And so that's the
maybe
thing.
that is the case.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's one of the feedbacks I was hearing about online was, everybody had already fan casted Nathan Drake as Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people were like, "Oh, I wanted him to be the main character," and then to go
the gate guys.
yeah, to go to Tom Holland was like, I know that was a kind of like a big turnoff, and also from this last trailer, and you can probably speak to it, Scott. Who is Nathan, or is it Drake? Is it just Nathan? I thought it was just Nathan Drake, right? Am I saying it right?
I think it's Nathan Drake, yeah.
Yeah, his, I guess, partner or mentor is kind of like this older guy with a mustache. And for Mark Wahlberg to be this person for Tom Holland and not have the mustache, I know that was like a huge letdown for a lot of people online.
Yeah, like for me, like when I was playing the game, it felt like Nathan Fillion could be Drake, and then maybe Bruce Campbell could be the guy, like his buddy.
Bruce
Like,
Campbell? Which guy is Bruce Campbell?
The Walking Dead, the Evil Dead guy.
The Evil Dead guy.
Chainsaw Hand.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, that would have been great.
Yeah, like someone like, cause what is it? I've seen him in other things, and like the way he is now, like the way he looks, he's kind of like, he's like, he's kind of heavier now, and yeah, I could just picture him with like, his graying hair, grow a beard a little bit, throw a cigar in his mouth, and like he's the dude from the game. But again, that's just
Right.
based on like looks, right?
Hmm.
Mark Wahlberg and Tom Holland, they're both like really hot actors right now. Like they're gonna bring in money, like for sure. Whether
Yeah.
they fit the role of the game or what, you know. So I'm gonna try and watch this movie and not compare it to the game, but watch it as okay, as long as the story's good, right? And it's they just tell like a good story and they take like um what is it? Like maybe the same feel as the game, but just apply it to like a movie, then you know, it
Hmm.
could be good. But
Yeah.
yeah, I definitely like when I look at it, I'm like, these guys definitely don't look like the game, so I gotta like not think that. Otherwise, I know it's gonna ruin the movie for me. You know, because it could be a great movie. You know, and this could be like, it's hard for video game movies. It's hard to get a good video game movie, it seems. So this could be it. Like, especially because it's
Yeah.
kind of like a Tomb Raider or Indiana Jones. Like, it's not really boxed into a video game universe, so it doesn't necessarily have to feel like one either. It can just be fun and actiony and all those things you want. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the one video game movie I really liked was Sonic. I thought that one was really, really well done. But you're
I
right.
did like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah, that
Hmm.
one. But you're right. It's hard not, you know, even and the reverse. It seems like, I know that was a big complaint with people with the Avengers game is like, oh, these characters don't look like the actors. But it's like, well, then we have to pay the actors for their likeness, and then this game is going to be like extra expensive, or we're not going to be able to pay for a bunch of other things. So, yeah, it's really hard to separate yourself, I think, from the characters and like what they look like in the game as opposed to who they then cast. But yeah.
Mhm.
I agree. It's another crazy casting news too. Hayden Christensen has obviously he's been cast again as Anakin Skywalker, but now in the Ahsoka series, I wasn't. I thought it was just going to be for Obi-Wan, but it sounds like he's going to be in Ahsoka series too, thus kind of justifying everything that happened in the Clone Wars cartoon, which is pretty badass.
Nice.
Yeah.
I
That's something I
Wait,
gotta
what's he
actually catch up on.
justifying?
I
You
guess
mean
it's
just like
gonna
the
be like
events?
because Rebels.
Well,
yeah,
well,
yeah.
but I bet it's just justifying the fact that we got
Happen
no
and those shows
acknowledgement.
possibly carry on to this.
Yeah, we got no acknowledgement of Anakin Skywalker having a Padawan in any of the movies, and so him coming into the Ahsoka series is basically saying like, oh, okay, Anakin did have a part of this in the live action
Oh, okay.
universe, right? And I think that's the thing. It's like it really is kind of showing that that world wasn't just a one-off. It is complete canon to all the movies.
Hmm,
Yeah.
I
Right. That's
see.
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked about
Like
it. I think that's
she
sick.
was Vader's Padawan at one point. Like kind of
Hmm.
thing. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean I'm excited to see it. I want to see how it goes. I think because it's a TV show, people may be more forgiving to him. I know like people like some people really hated him
I mean, it's not
in
his
the
fault
movies.
completely. I
And yeah,
mean,
I think
the writing was just
exactly.
kind of
I
shitty, you
agree.
know.
Yeah. The
Yeah, it was
writing just
very
kind of had
George
him being
Lucasy.
like a little whiny
Yeah.
kind of kid, and like I've seen him in other movies and I've liked him in those. So yeah, hopefully because The Mandalorian has great writing, so
Oh yeah.
um, hopefully this carries over and people like could see him in a different light because I think he could do a good job.
Right. And I would say in episode 3, that was my favorite of when he finally started to turn evil and you got to see, him slaying all of the little Padawans and or the younglings after Order 66 and all that. I was like, this is why they cast him. To see him mad, I mean, he was perfect. So now to
Hmm.
get maybe a whole show of him being this, maybe temperamental Darth Vader a little bit as he tries to figure out, I don't know, his personality or style in this new body or whatnot. Yeah, I think it's gonna be exciting. I'm stoked to see what he does with it and see how are they gonna use him for this show. Yeah.
Same. So, is Ahsoka gonna be going after Admiral Thrawn? That's her thing, right? She's trying to stop his grand plot.
Yeah, I don't know anything about how this story's gonna play out, but because at this point, I guess you have to assume that is one of the main things he's gonna be doing because, um, yeah, because she references it in The Mandalorian, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's what she was looking for, right? When she fought that lady.
Yep, yeah, I would assume so. I mean, your guess is as good as mine on that one, but um, yeah, I hope so. If we get more of the white lightsabers, like I honestly don't care who she's going after. I liked Ahsoka even from the Clone Wars cartoon. I thought she was a super cool character, really fleshed out, really interesting arc of her story through the whole series. And man, I'm excited to not only see Rosario Dawson back in that role, but then to see Hayden Christensen kind of
Yep.
reprising his role as Darth Vader. I think it's gonna be sick.
Okay, yeah, I just looked it up. When she fought that Asian lady in the garden, she was specifically looking for Thrawn. Because I thought I remember her
Okay.
where's Thrawn or something. That was a cool fight scene too, though.
That was awesome. Yeah. I
It was
mean,
a
that
great
whole
fight scene.
series with her and even Mando and then the lady that was kind of governing that village, all of that was really cool just to kind of see like the different fighting styles, how a Jedi approaches,
Hmm.
taking over a village as opposed to Mando, and just kind of seeing these different styles was really badass. I think they're going to crush it with this, but I mean, that's just wishful thinking. We'll see.
So
Yeah,
I'm a
Oh,
fixer. Are we gonna stack on one
yeah,
corner
might
this
as
time?
well.
stack on
Might as well.
stacks.
It's
Rack 'em up.
yeah, it should be good though because the last time we saw Hayden Christensen, what was Jumper, and so he's gonna be way better in Jumper too.
Oh,
Right.
I
I'm.
liked. I wanted to like Jumper so much. I forgot about that movie, dude.
I
Oh
thought it was cool
man,
when it came
We
out.
all went to see it, didn't
I
we?
did.
Yeah,
I thought it was cool too when
And
it
Mace
came out.
Windu's in it too. Yeah,
Is he
yeah.
really?
Mace
Oh, he's
Windu's in there.
right.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh yeah, he was
Yeah,
Was he a
hunting him.
bad guy?
Yeah, he was hunting the jumpers.
that's right.
Are we
And
splitting?
that's why
Okay,
for
I
me,
got another ammo box.
right? That's why
Okay.
for me, I feel like it might be that Hayden Christensen's not as good as an actor because after that, I feel like that was not that it was his last shot in Hollywood, but I think it was the last time anybody really wanted to see him in a leading role because I don't know, maybe he just I thought he did a great job, but I didn't think he did a stellar job, and it was kind of like a little lackluster. I don't know. I was wondering maybe if it was bad writing or maybe he just wasn't as good of an actor as.
Or maybe, yeah, maybe. I mean, because I'm just trying to remember. I haven't seen his movies in a while,
Mm-mm.
so
Yeah.
I watched it with when I was younger. And back then, maybe I didn't know what was great acting, and I kind of just like if the story was super cool, then I usually gave a lot of leeway for a lot of things in the movie.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
They essentially
So
Brendan Frasered him.
How so?
Like he was an up and coming actor, and then at one point in time, I guess it's different from Brendan Fraser as a whole.
well, Brendan
I
Fraser's
mean,
good though. I mean,
Yeah.
I want him to come back.
He's
and be
like
good.
on.
That sounded like I was like, well, Hayden Christensen's fucking sucks, Mr. Brendan Fraser, bro. Like no,
Yeah.
but Brendan
Drake, are you just jealous
Brendan
because you
Fraser's
got to
coming back,
kiss
dude.
Anna Paquin? Or not Anna Paquin,
Yeah.
Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman.
Oh yeah, that's a bummer.
I mean, that
Yeah,
dude
you're
got to
the
kiss
jelly in
Natalie
your voice,
Portman.
buddy.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Natalie Portman.
She's a
she's
smart
everything.
lady.
She would make you
Yep.
go to the dark side, huh, Drake?
I'm already there.
That's right. Yeah, but yeah, interesting. We'll see. I haven't seen him in a while. Like to all your guys' point, you're right, and hopefully he's good. Hopefully he's good. Tell you
Yeah.
what, I don't have to wonder about though is Dune. Man, I'll let you guys talk. Has everybody seen it? I know you
Kobe
I
hasn't.
have.
Tell him why,
I
Kobe.
saw it on the big screen.
Nope, as usual, dude.
Oh,
I mean, I was just.
buddy.
Tell him why, Kobe.
I had to watch Love Island.
You had to watch
Dude.
Love Island.
I'm all about it right now,
Are
Tom.
you
It's your
serious,
fault,
dude?
dude. Yeah.
Oh
I've
my
been watching
God.
Love Island, dude. I gotta
He's real
finish it. I'm
Papa
Oh
almost
my
there.
god, dude! But you're not
Yeah,
done.
dude. No.
You know it's
But you're
not
not
coming
done
out
with Love
live
Island?
anymore,
There
right?
is. Still, I'm dedicated. I need to finish it.
What do you mean you're
I
always,
started the journey, dude.
dude? When you're doing that with a show, if you can't finish it by the time, you know,
There is like
there's
50
time to watch like a
episodes, Scott.
Yeah.
These bitches
yeah. So
are
that's the
hour
thing.
long.
You look at that, you're like, I definitely won't finish that today. But you know what? I could finish.
I want to say
You know
something.
why? Because we're gonna talk about it.
Exactly.
Yes,
Cubs, you know you are 1/4 of hosts on a pop culture podcast, right? You know what
Yeah,
we're
but he's
talking
just
about?
1/3 friend, it seems.
Okay, you know what? I played the video games.
Nice. Bam. Take it. Yeah.
I know
All
some
right, well,
of the Dune lore. I think I know enough.
we're going full
Yeah, but we're gonna
spoilers
talk
on this
about
one.
this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're talking about this movie. We're going full spoilers. Spoiler alert! If anybody's watching, they don't want to hear about it. But yeah, we're going balls deep into the
Do
Dune
it.
this past weekend. Drake, Scott, either one of you guys want to kick it off?
Drake can. I think he's a lot better remembering like actual names of characters and things. I remember events and things, but shit for names. So
All right.
go for
First
it.
and foremost, there's no nudity in this movie, so if that's of a concern to you, just letting you know.
Or
Um,
let
Damn
down.
it.
Just letting you know.
Yeah,
See, cool. Just letting you know.
yeah. Having never read Dune or watched the TV series and or the first movie, I thought Dune was graphically and cinematically gorgeous. It pulled me into the environment. It was, I think, as large of an opening you could have to a vast universe as in Star Wars, without having too much like technologically driven mediums. Huge landscapes that I believe they filmed in some beautiful place. I want to say it was a Nordic country, but I can't say for sure. And
Yeah, Middle East.
With sand?
Middle East.
Yeah.
With Nordic.
Yeah, dude. You never been to the Sahara Desert in
Yeah, the North
Sweden?
Desert.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Sweden's got
Come on.
beaches, right?
Yeah, that's why they're called Swedish beaches.
That's
Got
where Swedish
water.
fish come from.
Yeah.
Damn, I should have known.
You saw the movie.
You saw the movie, you know this.
Yeah, you would have known. All you know is
Usually
Love
from
Island.
Sweden or wherever.
Yeah, you go back to Teddy
but-
Fair, right? Anyway, sorry, go for
Will,
it.
so you know what I'm talking about.
I do, but I finished it a long time ago. Continue,
I-
Drake.
Someone needs to take out that screamer.
Yeah. Well, okay, so they set up the characters well. From what I've heard and learned, that the first original movie was essentially they tried to cram in pretty much the entire series into 2 hours, which is just genetically impossible, right? So in that, what was happening was they were setting up characters extremely well. They weren't doing it in a way where, like in the original movie, they were having to have context like just read out, and so they were doing a lot of telling and not enough showing. And so they were showing through kind of these small, essentially blocking. They utilized blocking, and they utilized the actors and actresses' strengths to be able to kind of pull the scene forward so that they could focus on the visualness of it all. And so essentially you have Atreides, who is a house within this empire, the Galactic Empire to an extent, that is essentially given the opportunity to be in control of this planet called, what is it, Tarkin?
Arachnus?
Arachnus, yes.
Arachnus, yeah.
Sorry, there was a K in there. And on Arachnus, there's this element and or thing called spice, and spice essentially is the only way to travel through space intergalactically. So it's extremely prevalent on this planet, and it's the only place that spice exists. And so you're in control of the planet, but previously there was the Harkonnens, who were a race of humanoids that controlled the planet for an elongated period of time. They got super, super wealthy, so obviously they would still want to be in charge of that planet. And so after they left, Atreides comes in. There's a huge battle type situation, and then it thrusts you into the story of our main protagonist, Paul, and it follows Paul throughout his mental journey of what's taking place with his father and his family, and his coming of age essentially story, having to recall everything that he's learned throughout what you've learned within his character. And you see a lot of dramatic events where there are instances where you're really going to miss particular characters to that extent. And then it really builds up into the continuation of the other half of the second novel or first novel, I believe. So it does a really good job at establishing characters without giving you too much unnecessary and kind of unpalatable context. And it also visually pulls you along into these worlds that are familiar but seem so vast and much bigger than ourselves. And then it also gives you a lot of mystery and cliffhanger so that you can propel yourself forward into hopefully the next movie.
Nice. Very great job.
Nice,
Yeah, great explanation of it. And yeah. I mean, overall, what rating would you give it out of 10?
Having never watched it before, I would probably give it like a 9.5.
Wow, nice. High praise, man.
Yeah, I think I agree with that because the movie is long, but I never felt it was long. There were times I was looking at my watch, hoping that it wasn't ending soon. I know it's like a slow burn for some people, but I was just like, just really enthralled with it. Even at the end, when you like it finally ends and like you know what's gonna happen in the next part. Like I was ready for that next part. I'm like, dude, if this was like streaming on Netflix, I'd just play the next part. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
done really well. Like the costumes were amazing. The filming and everything was like amazing. Like everything was just done so cool. Like I was just in awe.
Yeah. I will third majority of that opinion. To your point, I thought the way the costumes kind of had like just set this certain feeling, and I thought, with Denis Villeneuve, if that's how you say it, just with Blade Runner 2049, it was like I already knew it was gonna be shot really interesting, but I was wondering how avant-garde it was gonna be, and it was a lot more. I thought like just palpable, like a lot more manageable to get through than Blade Runner was. Like it seemed very coherent. Like it knew what the point was it was trying to get across. It knew how it wanted to deliver the character stories, the character dynamic, the family dynamic, and yeah, I thought they just crush it. And yeah, again, shooting just. I mean, I obviously my praise isn't as important as Christopher Nolan, but he was saying that it was shot. The blend of how it was shot mixed with the CGI was some of the most beautifully done he'd ever seen in a movie, and I agree with that. I thought it was just so beautiful. But there is times where it feels um, you have to, for me, like you kind of have to infer a lot of what's going on. You're like, okay, wait, does this mean this or this? And maybe I'm spoiled in some ways with like Marvel movies. I feel like it just kind of gives it to you on a plate, and it's like this is what you should be getting from the scene. This is exactly what the scene is telling you. And I felt like there was a lot more you had to like kind of actualize yourself. But man, it was super cool. I really liked how it was like, I think one of you said it was familiar but yet different. And that was super cool. Man, I just felt like by the end of it, I was like, fuck, I can't believe I have to wait like 2 more years for part two. This is gonna suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Yeah, I don't know. How
But
did you guys
I
feel
guess there were
about?
some things that they weren't. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
Oh no. I guess like you're saying like certain things you have to infer, like when they say without dust they wouldn't be able to travel through the universe. And so when I heard that, I was thinking that it was a fuel, like maybe it was used
Oh.
in their ships to like fuel them, but then you're watching and you're like, oh, it like gets you and certain people like high as fuck, and they're able to like see certain things. So I think it's like a navigation way. I don't know if they
Yeah,
did they say
it's
that in
a
the movie. I was trying to remember.
in the books and the video game. It's what you use. Your navigator basically has to sniff that shit, and then they can make the calculations for your ship to like go where it has to go in space, basically.
Okay, and so I'm trying to remember.
Wow.
Did they make that clear in the movie? Do you guys remember that? Drake and Tom?
No, I don't. No, all I got from it, like the main takeaway I got from it was that it was like a very coveted resource. But I didn't really know why,
Right.
other than like, oh, why is it like cocaine? Is it like space cocaine? It's like what it
It's
sounded
Space
like.
basically
coke.
like super space cocaine.
I know.
Yeah.
That's about all I took from it, and then eventually your eyes turn blue from it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you do too much, just like how you lose your teeth when you do too much.
But you
ice.
look like
Which is
better
much
looking
real cocaine.
if
Yeah.
you use too
Yeah.
much space coke.
Yeah. How did you guys feel about Timothy Chalamet? Did you feel like, I mean, again, not reading the books, I don't have anything to compare it to, but I know some people felt like he was kind of too skinny or scrawny to be like this leader, this general or whatever. Did you guys run up against the same kind of issues?
For me, I don't
There you go.
think so. Sorry to cut you off,
No,
Scott,
no,
but
no,
definitely not. I was skeptical about Chalamet because I don't know that I've watched him in anything, and so his acting really shined through. There's a lot of facial expressions, a lot of blocking choices, and a lot of like dialogue in terms of the tone inflection that really made the character for me. And more
Yeah.
specifically too, from the original um, movie, they discussed in a separate video that the original character was way too old.
Yeah.
I believe he was. What is that guy? I don't remember that guy's name, but he was way too old, and so it kind of
Yeah.
pulled you out of it even
Yeah, he
more.
was in Twin Peaks and stuff.
Oh yeah, Twin Peaks, yeah. So Chalamet is of an appropriate age to like within this idea of the time frame in between that age where you're like, oh yeah, I can see how this person's still definitely young and possibly not as mature as you'd like them to be, but also in a place where there's a possibility for them to have this power and grow into it. Almost like kind of like how the Greeks and the Romans kind of how their emperors became and how they created like offspring and things like that to succeed the throne, or to not succeed but get into it.
Right. Yeah, yeah, it definitely. I was talking to my cousin, and basically it was like it kind of reminded me of like Star Wars meets Game of Thrones. I was like, yeah, honestly, yeah, I definitely got that same kind of vibe, and yeah, it seems like that's the way they're going. It's from you have this awesome. You kind of can see like the elegance, how much respect House Atreides gets, and then and then to have a lot of those characters kind of die off in the first movie. It's like, oh, right when I'm getting to know them and really like these people, all of a sudden they're gone. And yeah, so I feel like there is a little similarity in that sense.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, to your question about like if I thought he was too young, I think maybe because I didn't see him in anything, I was more willing to like see how it was gonna go. Like I was trying to think about that, like with the whole Tom Holland situation. Um, like because we seen him as Spider-Man as a young kid, he did that already. Like had I seen this kid in a role like that, would I have thought he would have been too young for this? When I first saw him as a lead, I'm like he looks kind of scrawny and whatnot, but he's like such a good actor that you believe he is like gonna step into the shoes of being a leader. Like like, and that's what this movie's setting up. Like he's not, he's like almost there. Like he's on that path, and that's what it feels like. Like he does feel like the son of like a ruler or whatever, and he's gonna like become this badass, and like he already knows how to fight and whatnot. And I think it's because of his acting. Like he's able to pull it off. He did a really good job.
Yeah, definitely. I liked seeing, and talking about the fighting, I liked seeing Josh Brolin being, the trainer, like, and seeing that kind of relationship and seeing him be one of the lead generals, and the whole concept I thought was really cool was the whole idea of, a slow knife can penetrate a shield, a fast knife can't. And it made
Yeah.
so much, just such a unique take, I thought, on, like sword fight. How are they going to make swords and knives useful in a world where guns and lasers and all this stuff exist, and that, I don't know, for me, just that little simplification was kind of justification for that idea, and it was cool. Like, I was like, oh, that's dope. Like, so many times you see the point is to, like, be as fast as you can and to be as quick as you can, and that is, like, sometimes that's really cool to watch, but to watch people and do almost like this, literally, like, martial arts and choreography of moves, and to see how the knives worked with the shields and penetrating the shield was really badass. I thought that was a really cool concept, kind of visualized.
Well,
Yeah, the way they did the
apparently,
shields were so cool. Like in comparison, like granted the technology wasn't as good back then. Like the whole polygon like type shields
situation.
they had in the old
Yeah.
movie. But
Yuck.
the way they did it in this movie was really cool. Like how you see it and then you don't see it until they get hit,
Mm.
and I don't know, the way they did it was just so awesome.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're gonna say Drake.
Oh no, I was listening to another discussion about Dune as a whole and how they essentially utilized kind of just blocking in general, but when it came to that particular like shield, um, fuck, I almost lost my thought.
That's okay. Yeah,
Um,
just from, like, a special effects standpoint, or just like the way they shot it, or are you talking about just how the actors had to interact with each other while they were doing the fighting?
um, interaction definitely, but also I think within the source material it talks about how there's, if you've noticed in the movie, that there's no real like technologically advanced AI or anything like Star Wars in that, right? It's everything's kind of uh,
So you
natural.
wanna
So
you want some backstory on that
yes,
after you're done?
because they essentially, they know sign language, they know Chinese, they're super intelligent, and so they've kind of gone beyond in that portion where they were with the Bene Gesserit who was testing Timothy Chalamet over whether or not he was going to lose his humanity by sticking his hand in the box. And so there's all of these like very humanistic fronts towards essentially in the future, or in this future, it's not technically driven, it's driven through humanity, which I think was an interesting um, differentiation. But
Yeah.
yeah, explain on, Cobes.
So I didn't read any of the original books, but I read one or two of the prologue books, and it's basically because before they invented spice, the humans actually did have this. They invented these super AI to help them travel the stars, but the AI ended up becoming self-aware and enslaving humans, and there's basically nothing the humans can do until they discover spice to outsmart the AI. Because
Oh.
AI are like so
Uh,
fucking smart, and they control everything that like the humans are fucked.
oh, wow. Okay, so
Okay, that's what
Spice
John
was
was talking about.
also Spice was also a means of interstellar travel and a means of opening your mind, I guess, to be able to just achieve greater levels, and also was like a freeing thing from the AI. So this
Yeah,
is
like
almost like,
they used it against them. Yeah.
it's almost like the Matrix, but we're beyond needing Neo now, and they've discovered a way for everybody to kind of be free from the Matrix in a sense, because people are able to outsmart the program fundamentally without having to tap in. Am I explaining that correctly,
I
or am
think
I
at
way
this
off?
point they basically they won against the AI, and that's why they kind of use all this more natural shit now, because they
Mm,
don't want to access that kind of shit again and like
right.
be at their
Oh, that
mercy
makes
or like
sense.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they're also kind of
That's
afraid. That's
awesome.
why they're also kind of afraid of the people that use it.
Right. Right. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's cool. Even that idea, and I think this is, a lot of what I was listening to. There's so many similarities to Star Wars, and a lot of the influence from Star Wars was from Dune, But I think that's something that differentiates Dune from Star Wars because it's like it technically it could take place in our universe, right? It's not saying it's in a galaxy far, far away, whatever that means. It's like we're so far into the future now that yeah, we've done the AI thing. We've realized that AI is not a good thing for humanity as a whole, or it's tried to enslave us at some point, and now we're beyond using it. And I thought that was cool, like having, I forgot what they call them, the techno max or techno somethings, where yeah, basically there is that guy when they first get to Arrakis, the kind of I don't know. He's like kind of a larger guy who's in like a military outfit. I guess he's one of those guys that can basically has taken the place of a computer or AI. And yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, is that what those big guys are? Because I have no idea.
So apparently, like Dave Demolshin is one of them. The guy who plays Polka Dot Man, he's in that movie too, and he's with Harkonnens.
Skarsgård, okay.
Yep, yep. I don't know about Skarsgård, but I know they said David Demolshin was one of them. And on the Atreides side, it was kind of that larger guy that was on Arrakis and was, yeah, kind of just like his eyes rolled in the back of his head. He's like no, the Atreides family knows him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was another one of those techno. I
What
don't
were
know what
they
it was
again?
called. I don't know what the name is for it, but yeah, something like that. Should probably look it up, but
Shit,
I'm
um,
definitely gonna have to
okay,
watch
let
it
me look
again.
it up. Let me look it up.
yeah.
I
But
think it's awesome.
go for it, Drake.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I think it's awesome that you. I mean, it's very rare you get to see like a civilization kind of master their element, like whatever Earth realm they're in, right? Like they've mastered it to an extent, whereas other planets would find it extremely hospitable unless there was something so valuable that they would be there.
Right, right, and I think that's the whole thing. You're right. Like I feel like Atreides, wherever their homeworld is, they kind of have mastered it. But this Arrakis place is to some degree like you can't master it because they have these massive sandworms, and if you're trying to literally pull something up from the sand, you have it's like if we tried to pull the salt from the ocean, but there was giant. Let's just say there was massive sea creatures that would just destroy our equipment in every turn of trying to pull that salt out. And I guess that, in a sense, is kind of like Arachnus, right? And the fact that even though they have all this technology and all this knowledge, they still there's some things that they can't conquer in this world, and those are the sandworms. That was a really interesting take on it. 'Cause there's all these, it's not like it's truly original. I mean, maybe at the time it was, but we've seen elements of this movie in other movies before. But it's just the way that it was packaged and the way that it was all put together in little details. It just makes it so freaking cool.
Agree.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
I think the super soldiers are called Sardaukar.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Sardaukar?
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. And then anything on the supercomputer stuff? Also, I I forgot who filmed it, but it wasn't Universal. It was um, slipping my mind right now. Kind of has that like Chinese kind of symbol as a background. Anyways, we should find out. From what it sounds like, we should find out soon if there's going to be a part two or not. And with it being, with it grossing $200 million already, it sounds like it's well on track to becoming profitable, and hopefully that means the number two for us very soon.
What
Yeah,
is that
that'd be
again?
tight.
What's that?
Oh, sorry. What is that part two? My mic got cut out.
Oh, they were just
Copyright.
saying that we should be hearing about if a part two is going to be in the works very soon. And
Oh,
I
for Dune.
realized, yeah, who I was, the guy
Yeah.
that was originally talking about, who I guess played
Okay.
Paul Atreides in the original '80s movie, was his name is Kyle McLachlan. He was the original Paul Atreides, I guess.
I never did. So you guys did watch the old movies too? I don't think I ever watched them.
Oh, Kyle MacLachlan.
McLachlan.
McLachlan.
MacLachlan.
Yeah. He was. I didn't watch the original, but I did watch a few like Looper videos that were talking about Dune and how it wasn't the original, how this is not the original movie that came out, and that there was also a series on it. Um, so that's how I knew, or I guess I don't know how everybody knew about it, but basically it was a YouTube video explaining that Kyle MacLachlan or whatever, and kind of what happened in that original series and why it bombed at the box office originally when it came out.
Oh, that's cool.
I know a lot of
Yeah.
people liked it though too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like maybe it was one of those cult classics, like where people really, if you liked it, you were kind of underground about it, and if you were kind of like an average moviegoer, it may not have been for you.
I think that's what it is. Like, I think the really people who were looking for sci-fi stuff probably really enjoyed it because it was something that whether you read the books, you're just like, cool, it's cool to see a version of that, or if you never heard of it, you're like, whoa, what is this world? Like, even if it looks kind of, like the technology isn't up to what it should be, you're still enthralled in it. But yeah, if you're just an average moviegoer, you're probably like, what the hell is this? Why is this guy floating in like this fat suit? What is happening? Like, why is this thing almost naked?
Yeah.
What is going on?
Sting.
Man, he looked good. Well, right on. Well, I think that's all the talking points we had for tonight. I don't know if you guys wanted to had any final thoughts on the movie or just anything we talked about or any of that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, go for it, Scott.
Speaking of Brendan Fraser, he got casted as a villain, right, in the new Batgirl movie.
That's right. Yeah, Firefly, right?
Oh, I saw that. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
It's cool. Yeah, go Brendan Fraser. I really like him in Doom Patrol. And I just like him as an actor in general. He was also good in that other one, that HBO film.
The Mummy?
Yeah,
Mummy 2.
was great, of course. No, there was that one the one that was like a...
Oh, The Mummy with Jet Li.
No, like a mobster movie or something? What was it? I forget what it was called.
Let's look this
Yeah.
Well,
Mobster?
you guys
Yeah.
Look it up.
A lot of things.
It was just out with Don Cheadle and Benicio del Toro, I think.
Oh, word?
Yeah, shoot. You gotta
Are you
send that
thinking
in there.
about when he was in Tarzan?
No, he wasn't in Tarzan. He was in George of the Jungle, buddy.
Right.
Oh,
But
yes,
and while you guys think about it, yeah, to your point, I really do.
No sudden move.
No sudden moves. God, awesome. All right, gotta check it out. That's one I haven't watched.
Wow.
I really liked him
That's the one.
in Doom Patrol 2. I think he's great. It's just nice to hear him again because, yeah, like Drake was saying, I liked him in Mummy, and then all of a sudden it seemed like he just disappeared from movies and shows in general, and that was shitty.
Yeah.
I really thought he was a great actor. I loved what is it, the Seven Deadly Sins or something Wish movie? Gosh, we don't know any names
Bedazzled?
tonight. Bedazzled. Thank you.
Bedazzled.
Yeah, he was in Bedazzled. I love that.
Yeah,
I loved
Bedazzled.
Blast from the Past, like back in the day. So he was just like this.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
that movie was fucking hilarious, dude.
It was great. So yeah, I
that was
missed
good.
seeing
He was in a
Brandon
lot of
Fraser.
good movies.
He had, yep. He had.
Encino Man.
Dickie Roberts.
Was he Dickie Roberts? What's that?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, you're
Anyways,
just
so
Yeah.
Well, sorry, I just wanted to say,
Sorry.
he's because we're talking about like people coming back, and like he seems to be making a cool comeback, and it's cool that I guess he's in the door with DC right now because he's got Doom Patrol, and now he's like in the Batgirl movie, so it's good to see him back. Or I guess in the door with Warner Brothers because that other movie was the Warner Brothers film as well, so that's awesome.
Cool.
I enjoy seeing Brendan.
Absolutely,
Good to have
definitely.
him pick his life back up.
Yeah.
A bunch of shitty things happened to him.
For
dude.
sure, and he seems like a really good guy. He deserves to be doing what he loves again if this is what he loves, So
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Cobes, any final thoughts?
Do you guys want to talk about F1? Me and Drake watched some this weekend. It was pretty cool.
Go for it. What happened?
Yeah.
Yes,
What
sell
happened,
them on
Jake?
F1, Kobe. Well, so today was the first time in 2 years since 2019 where they came to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas, and so it was. I think they had 400,000 attendees, which is the
Yeah.
largest possibly that they've ever had. And
Wow.
so obviously the sport is growing in America, which is fantastic. But also, shout out to Kobe who, took some time to watch it. Why don't you tell them about your experience and, have you become a fan? Would you recommend it to other people, etc.?
So like being a first time watcher, like I didn't know all the nuances, like I didn't understand, and I had to ask Drake this while we are watching, like was there differences between the cars, what was the strategy, what were some of like the rules, like when people went out of bounds and stuff like that, when they could turn on their little turbo thingy. So it was still pretty interesting because like there are a couple of racers in particular that I was watching the whole time, as opposed to who Drake was watching. Well, I guess Drake was watching it too, because I guess the guy that was in first place was competing pretty heavily against the guy in second place, who was like a what 7-time
World
champion or something.
champion,
You said,
yeah.
Drake? Yeah.
Lewis
So they were
Hamilton.
like back and forth the whole time, kind of thing, where like you weren't really sure who was gonna win and like whose strategy was gonna prevail at the end, because basically what the guy in first place did was he changed out his tires pretty early a few times, and then once he used that to keep his lead, yeah, he just used that to get an early lead, and then he kept it and he pushed his car like super hard at the end and barely was able to block out the second place guy, which was pretty cool.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Like their tires were all fucked up at the end.
Mhm.
Damn.
Mhm.
Because at the
That's
end, I'm
about it.
sure it's like you don't want to risk even changing your tires because that's like precious seconds, right?
Yeah.
You're just gonna keep riding. Oh.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance to it, definitely, but once you kind of get the basics down, it becomes kind of an interesting. It becomes your favorite characters who are the racers. It becomes your favorite teams who are building these crazy machines. Then it becomes the circuit because of how technical the turns and the elevation changes can be, or even the road surface. And then you have the weather that's always going to be acting differently, and then you actually have, um, all of that in combination together. Who can be the best. And remember, it's teams of two, and your biggest competitor is your teammate because you're driving the same car. So you have to be able to beat out your teammate consistently. So there's drama, there's excitement, there's thrill, there's danger. So if you're bored and you want to watch some racing,
What do you watch it on, Drake?
you can watch it on ESPN Plus. It's in America, but F1 has F1 TV, and it's I don't know if it's subscription, but I think it's subscription based. Um,
What do you watch it
yeah,
for?
I think it's subscription based. It must be subscription based because I do have to pay. But I think you can do like a year
That's the
option.
definition of subscription, buddy.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. So you get a year option or a month option. A month option is like around the Netflix account style. So um, you know, but you can always watch
You
the
watched
replays on YouTube.
didn't you watch that one Netflix show too, Tom, about F1?
Yeah, I watched a few episodes of it. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. I didn't finish it though. I forgot what it was called, Drive to Survive or something. Um, yeah, pretty cool. I definitely meant to watch it this past weekend, and I don't know, got distracted with some foosball.
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 Hmm. Well,
Football.
tight. Well,
Oh,
awesome.
football.
Yeah, with
I actually thought he was playing like actual foosball.
nope, just regular NFL
No.
football. Well,
That's what
right
the table
on.
one is called, right? Foosball?
Yeah.
Who's
Yep, foos.
I think, right? Not fool. I don't think.
Yeah.
Foosball. Am I just
But
saying it weird? Foosball.
I thought I heard you say with an L. That's why.
Oh.
I thought you were saying fool's ball, like the
right
fool's
on.
dance or something. It's not that. It's a fool's ball.
All right, boys.
Are you
All
inventing
right.
the
Well,
fool's
for
ball tonight?
I think on that note, we'll call it a night and end the stream. And yeah, you guys as always, a lot of good chats, a lot of interesting stuff, and yeah, we'll pick back up, hear how everybody's weekend goes during Halloween next week.
Alrighty, guys. See you next time.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Yep. See
Love
you next
you.
time.
Later. Love you.
Dude, love you.
Bye. Peace.
If you've enjoyed what you've been listening to, we'd really appreciate a follow, subscribe, and a review. Just how we like chatting with our friends, please share this with yours. Feel free to join the squad and follow us at JoySchtickShow, Joy Schtick Show on Twitter and Instagram, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. And if you feel like submitting topics or questions to be discussed on future episodes, you can email us at joystick.show@gmail.com. As always, thank you, peace out, and make it a great rest of your week.